Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be an all levels but very challenging inversion strength class. So I give all levels options, even though we do get into pincha, headstand, handstand, and we build a lot of strength on the way. But the idea of this class is to teach you to activate the different muscles and the different positions that are involved into getting yourself upside down. So if you can't do the final poses yet, it doesn't matter. You just keep working on all the things that lead up to it. If you do enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend, and comments and feedback, let me know in the comment section. I will say if this is the first class that you've taken with me, I do talk a little bit more than what I normally do. Normally I'm a bit more just yoga, but there was a lot going on in the background today, like a marching band. So if you don't like a lot of talking in your yoga classes, I'm not normally like this. Anyway, we are going to get started today in a high plank position. So if there's anything that you need to do to warm up your wrists, you go ahead and do that, and then I will meet you in a high plank pose. Starting in a high plank pose, hands underneath the shoulders, extend the legs long behind you, engage your thighs, draw your shoulder blades down your back, and then relax your neck. So back of the neck is long, your head's not falling towards the floor, but you're not gazing forward. We're going to take 5 more breaths here. Lift your hips up a little bit, not so much that they're tented up towards the sky, but just so you're not sinking into your lower back. We've got 1 more breath here. And then from here, we're going to come into a long plank. So you're going to step your hands forward, depending where you are on your mat. You could also just step your feet back. And we're going to come into a long plank. I'm going to flip my mat over because it's doing this weird slippy thing that freaks me out. So you're going to hollow out the front of your body. Keep drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Keep the back of your neck long. And you're going as long as you can without just collapsing into your shoulders or into your low back. So I'm actively pressing the floor away from me. I'm going to take 5 more breaths here. From here, we're going to tap the elbows to the floor. So you might need to shorten your stance a little bit. As you inhale, you're going to tap your elbows to the floor, and then exhale, lift them up. Inhale, elbows stay narrow. Exhale, pick them up. You can always drop your knees here. We're going to do 4 more. And then we're going to drop the elbows to the floor. Walk your feet all the way up, coming into your dolphin pose. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Make sure your forearms are parallel. Shoulders come above the elbows, and your head is nice and relaxed here. So take a slow no and yes with your head. Relax your jaw, relax your neck. Press the floor away with your forearms. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. From here, you're going to bring the knees to hover above the mat, so it's like a forearm bear. And then as you exhale, press it back up into your dolphin. Inhale, knees come to hover. Exhale, press it into dolphin. We're going to do 4 more of these. Bring your knees down to hover, and then all the way down to the mat. Take an inhale, reach the sternum forward. So this is like a forearm cat-cow. This is going to feel a lot different. And then as you exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, reach the sternum forward. So try not to just crank your neck forward. So your gaze is still down to the floor. And then as you exhale, tuck and round. You'll do 2 more of these. Come to a neutral spine, press the floor away, lift the elbows, walk the hands under the shoulders, come into your tabletop position. From here, we're going to take a couple of donkey kicks, activating the glutes, super important for our inversions. Bend your right knee, heel curls into the glute, take an inhale. As you exhale, using your glute and your hamstring, your right foot lifts towards the sky, don't drop in through the belly. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, take it up. Inhale, lower it down. If you want to make this harder, left hand reaches towards the front of the room. We've got 7 more. Last one, we'll hold it up there. Keep the bend in the knee. You're just going to turn the knee out towards the side wall. And then as you exhale, you're going to kick the right foot over to the left. So like the top left-hand corner of the room. Inhale, release it to neutral. Exhale, little kick back. Inhale, release it. So try and keep that knee at the same height as the hip. We've got 7 more here. Should feel the side of your glutes activating here. Last one. And then set it down. Bend the left knee, heel curls in towards the glute. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keeping that neutral spine, engage the back of your leg to lift the heel. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, heel comes towards the sky. Inhale, tap it down. If you want to make this harder, the right arm reaches towards the front of the room. We've got 7 more. Last one, you're going to hold it up there. Turn the left knee out. And as you exhale, you're going to press the left heel towards the top right-hand corner of the room. Inhale, release. Exhale, little press. Inhale, little release. We've got 8 more. Last one. And then you're going to set the left knee underneath the right. Tuck under your toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press the floor away. Bring the knees to hover in your bear. Take an inhale here. Ground down evenly through your feet. As you exhale, you're going to take your right hand, tap it to your left shoulder. Look down. Make sure your right knee is still in line with your left. Inhale, right hand down. As you exhale, left hand to right shoulder. Look down. Make sure that left knee hasn't lifted. Shift it down. Inhale to the floor. Exhale, right hand. Inhale, bear. Exhale, left hand. Inhale, bear. We'll do 4 more on each side. Keep your gaze just beyond your thumbs. 1 more each side. Listen carefully. From here, we're going to come into a dolphin. So come from your bear. As you exhale, you're going to shift into your dolphin. As you inhale, lift the forearms, hover the knees, bear. As you exhale, press away, lower the forearms, dolphin. Inhale, come into your bear. Exhale into your dolphin. Inhale into your bear. Exhale into your dolphin. We're going to do 6 more of these. Last one. You're going to come back into your bear, lower the knees. So we're all going to start in a tabletop position. As you inhale, without dropping your belly and sending your tail up to the sky. You're going to keep your spine in neutral, but you're going to inhale, let your chest drop towards the floor. So feel your shoulder blades coming towards each other without engaging your traps. So keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then as you exhale, you're going to press the floor away. Think of the shoulder blades moving away from each other. Neck is long and relaxed. Inhale, shoulder blades slide together. And then exhale, press away. So if you were doing this not on the floor, your hand would be coming towards the front of the room, widen your shoulder blades, and then as you exhale, it's like you're plugging your humerus back into your shoulder socket. Inhale, let the sternum drop, don't drop the belly, and then exhale, press it away. You can stay here, otherwise we're going to take this back to a plank or a bear, you choose. As you inhale, you'll let the sternum drop, and then as you exhale, you'll press the floor away, pick it back up. Inhale, sternum drop. Exhale, press it away. We're going to do 8 more of these. If you're not there already, you're going to make your way to plank. We're going to take our first chaturanga. Shift forward, take an inhale. As you exhale, lower down halfway. Walk your toes up. Just like in plank, engage your legs, lengthen through your spine, draw your shoulders away from your ears. We're going to hold here for 3 more breaths. You can always drop your knees. Make sure your shoulders are in line or higher than your elbows, so don't dive your chest forward. 1 more. And then you'll lower all the way down to the floor. Make a little pillow with your hands. Take your knees wide and glue your heels together. So you're going to press your heels in towards each other. Keep that press. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to see if you can lift your knees up off the mat. And then inhale, take it down. Exhale, engage your glutes and hamstrings, lift. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to do 8 more of these little frog presses. If you want to add on, you can certainly lift the arms and the chest off the floor. We've got 6 more. Keep curling the heels in towards the glutes. Don't send them long. Last one. And then send those legs long, hands underneath the shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, plank or tabletop. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take an inhale, raise up onto the tippy toes. And then as you exhale, drop it down. Inhale up onto the tippy toes. And then exhale, drop it down. We're going to do 3 more here. Man, there's been like an explosion of flies. There's like, I kid you not, there's like 100 flies out here. It's wild. I don't know what happened overnight. And the last one. You're going to keep your downward dog. You're just going to make it shorter, and you're going to take your hands wide. So take your hands about as wide as the mat and walk your feet forward a bit. So the longer your dog is, the easier this will be. The shorter your dog is, the harder this will be. So we're going to take some pike push-ups. So let your head be heavy. Your elbows will come wide. As you inhale, elbows bend, crown of the head comes towards the floor. And then as you exhale, press the floor away. If you need to make this easier, walk your feet back. Inhale, bend the elbows, tap the head. And then exhale, press it away. We're going to do 8 more of these. One more. You're going to parallel your hands. Continue to walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat until you come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees. Drop the tail towards the floor and start to roll yourself all the way up to stand. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Listen carefully. As you inhale, come back to plank. Option for a second chaturanga. Inhale, everybody's in plank. Exhale, downward dog. Look to the top, step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Remember, your knees can be down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Step, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. You're going to look towards the top of your mat. We're going to take some little frog hops. So the idea of this is that you land as slowly and as quietly at the top of your mat as you can. So you're going to bend into your knees, come into a little crouch, and then you're going to hop your feet to your hands, but almost think of getting your hips to the sky, and then land as softly as you can. And then we're going to reverse it. So my palms aren't flat. I've got a little bit of tenting in through my fingertips, like a little grip pad. So now I'm going to bend in through my knees, press the floor away with your hands, and you're going to try and kick your butt and then hop it back. That one's way harder. Bend your knees, crouch down, take an inhale. As you exhale, get your hips to the sky, press into your hands, slow float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend into the knees, same thing. You're going to try and kick the sky and land softly, like you're in an apartment and you don't want to bother the person behind you. Bend your knees, take an inhale. As you exhale, slow little hop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Take an inhale. As you exhale, press the floor away. Those scapular push-ups we were doing, this is where they come in. Hop it back. We're going to do one more. Inhale, bend the knees. As you exhale, slow float. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. You can always pause and do a bunch more of those if you want. Sweep the floor, bend the knees. Inhale, come up. Chair pose. Your quads are now on fire from doing those little hops. You're going to take an inhale here. As you exhale, ground down through the left leg, draw the right knee into the chest. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Inhale, set it down. Take a peek down. What are your hips and your knees doing? When you lift that leg, you don't want to rotate the opposite hip. So sorry, when you're lifting the left leg, don't rotate the left hip forward and the right hip back. Keep your hips in a line. And try not to let the knee go all over the place. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step back, high plank pose. You're going to ground down through your left hand. You're going to swivel towards the left. You can stack or stagger your feet. Your right hip stacks on top of your left, and then you lengthen through your spine. So try not to open your chest towards the sky or collapse it down towards the floor. It's like you're leaning up against a wall. You can stay here. Otherwise, take an inhale. As you exhale, that top leg will float. Your toes face the front of the room. And then inhale slowly with control, set it down. Exhale, lift the leg. My left shoulder blade is drawing down my back. Inhale, set it down. We do 3 more here. Take an inhale here. We're coming all the way to chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, come into plank, and then exhale, swivel yourself over to the other side. Right hand down, left arm up. Take a nice deep inhale. Set up your alignment here. Feel free to stay, otherwise on your next exhale, you'll float the left leg up, and then take your whole inhale to slowly float it down. Exhale, float it up. Inhale, float it down. We'll do 3 more here. Your bottom knee can also be down here if this is a lot. Take an inhale in your side plank. As you exhale, you're coming all the way down into chaturanga, and we're going to hold for 5 breaths. Drop your knees if you need to. Everything else is just like plank. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, come back into your plank pose, and then all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, round forward, knee to nose. Listen carefully. As you inhale, one-legged plank. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, tuck and round. We'll do 3 more here. Last one. Inhale, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, you're going to tuck and round. Hold it for an inhale. Exhale, step it all the way through. Set up for crescent lunge. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Draw your right hip back slightly, lengthen through your tail without tucking, and then grow tall through the waist. So lengthen the rib cage away from the pelvis without just opening and dumping into your lower back. There's a lot going on here. Sink nice and deep into the front knee, bend your back knee as much as you need to make this accessible, and settle in for 3 more breaths. Take 1 more inhale here. As you exhale, your left toes are going to tap next to your right as you sweep your arms back. So it's like a single leg chair. Inhale, come back into your lunge. As you exhale, left toes tap up next to the right as you sweep the arms back. Inhale, into your lunge. You can stay here. Otherwise, that left leg can float as you bring it up. Draw the knee to the chest. Inhale into your lunge. Exhale, left leg comes up. Engage the arms. Inhale, bring it back. Good news, we've got 6 more of these. One more. You're going to hold it at the top, come all the way to standing. Draw that left knee in towards your chest. Bring it up as high as you can. Option to take the hands overhead. Don't tilt the torso back. We're not water skiing. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to extend that left leg out in front of you. Engage your quads, but try not to lean back through the torso. So your knee could be bent or your leg could be lower. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale to extend. Inhale to bend. Exhale to extend. We're going to do 7 more. Inhale, bend that knee into the chest. As you exhale, you're going to come forward into warrior 3 just for an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to find standing splits. We're going to take those little hops, but we're going to do them single leg. So ground down through your hands, gently grip at the mat with your finger pads. Bend your right knee as softly as you can. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left leg kicks, right leg floats to the bottom of the mat. We're going to reverse it. So bend into that right knee. Take an inhale. As you exhale, kick the left leg. See if you can catch airtime. Come to the top. Inhale. As you exhale, big hop to the back. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, big hop to the top. So challenge yourself here. See if you can catch some air time. We're going to do 3 more in each direction. One more each way. You're going to come to the top of your mat. Drop your left foot. Inhale. Halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, you're going to come into your chair pose. This time as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands behind your head. Elbows stay wide. You can take your feet a little bit wider here to come lower. I want you to stay low and keep your elbows wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, it's a little mini lift of the right foot. Inhale it down. Exhale the left foot. Inhale it down. Exhale right. Inhale down. Exhale left. Inhale down. We're going for 8 more on each side. Stay nice and low. You're going to feel your hip flexors working. One more each side. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Bring the inner edges of the feet together. Take the knees wide. You can stay here in your little squat. Otherwise, backs of the legs, fronts of the legs, shins, come to the backs of the arms. Squeeze your knees towards each other. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Press the floor away. So again, think of those scapular push-ups that we did at the start. This is where they come in. Those hip flexors are drawing your knees up towards your shoulders. Press the floor away. Take 3 more breaths in your crow pose. From here, you can just set your feet down. Otherwise, step, walk, float, chaturanga. Inhale back to plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. We're coming to a single leg plank as you inhale. Exhale, tuck and round, knee to nose. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, tuck and round. We've got 3 more. Inhale, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, shift forward, round, knee to nose. Hold for the inhale. And then as you exhale, step it through. Inhale, come all the way up into your crescent lunge. Set up your alignment on this side, knowing that one side will probably feel different to the other. You'll take 5 more breaths here. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, arms sweep back, right toes tap next to the left foot. Inhale into your lunge. Exhale, tap it up. Inhale into your lunge. Option to float that right leg. Draw the knee to the chest. Inhale, step back. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, step it back. We've got 6 more. One more. Draw the right knee all the way in towards the chest. Take a nice deep inhale. Reach your hands up if you can. As you exhale, you're going to straighten that right knee without compensating through the torso. Inhale to bend it. Exhale to straighten. Inhale to bend. We've got 8 more. One more. Inhale, bend the knee. As you exhale, briefly come through warrior 3. Hands come down to the mat. Take an inhale here. Ground down through the hands, shoulders over the wrists, bend the left knee. As you exhale, kick the right leg, hop the left leg back. See if you can catch them airtime. Inhale here. As you exhale, kick the right leg, hop the left leg forward. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bend, kick, float. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, bend, kick, float. Inhale at the top. We've got 3 more in each direction. We meet at the top of the mat. Set the right foot down. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. Exhale, raise up onto the tippy toes, sweep the arms back. Stay on the tippy toes, arms come forward, take an inhale. We're coming back into that march. Drop the heels if you need to. As you exhale, engage the left leg, right knee to chest. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, engage the right leg, left knee to chest. Inhale, set it down. Exhale the right, inhale it down. Exhale the left, inhale it down. Exhale the right, inhale it down. Exhale the left, inhale it down. We're going to do 7 more on each side. One more each side. Drop the heels. Inhale, come into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, inner edges of the feet together. Knees come wide. Plant your hands. Once again, we're coming to crow pose. I'm going to give you the option here if you want to play with a single leg crow. You'll hug that right knee closer towards the body. The left knee will come to the chest. Maybe you stay here. Maybe as you exhale, you can send it back behind you. And then maybe you can set it back on the back of the knee. I can't. Maybe you need to reset and then try the other side. So keep hugging the elbows towards each other. Right knee will come to the chest. And then maybe you can send it back behind you. And then bring it back to crow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you can step, walk, float, chaturanga, or come straight to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale and take a nice deep exhale. You're going to drop the elbows, come down into your dolphin pose. We're going to take some leg lifts. Forearms stay parallel to each other. Take an inhale. As you exhale, with a neutral hip, toes face down, engage the back of the right leg, lift it up. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, engage the back of the left leg. Inhale, set it down. Exhale the right. Inhale, set it down. Exhale the left. Inhale, set it down. We do 4 more on each side. Relax your neck. 1 more each side. And then you're going to walk yourself back slightly. You can keep your forearms parallel or you can interlace your fingers. Wherever you are, the shoulders stay in line with the elbows, width-wise. As you inhale, you're going to shift forward. See if you can tap your nose beyond your thumbs and then exhale, bring it back. You can bring your knees down here or you can hold your dolphin. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, bring it back. We're going for 8 more. If you want to make this harder, you walk your feet towards you more. We've got 1 more. You're going to walk it all the way back into a forearm plank. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lower the hips down. Peel the chest forward for a sphinx pose. Open up the collarbones. Press the pubic bone down. And once again, the neck is relaxed here. So I'm not cranking my chin forward. I'm kind of gazing down between my thumbs. And this will depend a bit on the shape of your spine. So you may be more or less kyphotic in through your upper back. And that will depend on where you can get your neck. But I don't want you to feel tension there. So you're not just dropping your chin lazy down towards your chest, but you're not cranking it to try and see what's in front of you. It's probably nothing interesting, unless you're practicing with a really nice view. I just get to see my dog's water bowl, which is filled with plants because he only wants to drink out of water that has plants in it? If someone can riddle me that, let me know. We've got 2 more breaths. You're going to ground down through your feet. We're coming back to a forearm plank. So lift your knees first if you can. Engage your thighs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your pelvis up. Come into your forearm plank. Take your feet wider or lower your knees to make this next bit easier. As you exhale, right hand will come directly where the right elbow was, and then left hand will come underneath. Left forearm down, right forearm down. Left palm, right forearm, left forearm. Right palm, left forearm, right forearm. Keep alternating like this. You're trying to keep your hips as stable as you can. So they're going to move a bit, but try and keep them stable. We're going to go for 4 more. This is going to be our last one. We're going to end up in a high plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the top of your mat. Step, walk, float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step, walk, or float. Vinyasa or skip it. Inhale, sweep the right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, tuck and round, knee to nose. Hold it in your plank. This time as you inhale, drop the shin to the floor. Exhale, pull it into the chest. Inhale, drop the shin. Exhale, pull it away. So we've got a little bit of that scapular movement like we did at the start. A little bit of protraction, retraction. We're going to do 2 more. Draw the knee to the chest, step it all the way through. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, chest forward, arms back, power lunge. As you inhale, you're going to come all the way to stand, left knee to chest. As you exhale, power lunge. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, power lunge. We're going to do 4 more of these. We're going to come into our warrior 3 from here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep your upper body in warrior 3. Draw your right hip back, left hip down. As you inhale, you're going to tap your left toes to the floor, and then exhale, use the back of your leg to pick it up. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, pick it up. So remember this action because it's going to be important when you kick up into a handstand. Squeeze at the top. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, squeeze at the top. Inhale, tap it down. We'll do 2 more. Warrior 3. Inhale, sweep those arms forward. As you exhale, forward fold. And give that right leg a little bit of a shake if you need. We're going to practice some handstand hops. I encourage not doing this at a wall, but have enough room that if you fall, you can kind of roll off to one side. So that same action with the left leg kicking. Get your shoulders over your wrist. Gentle grip of the mat. Bend in through the right knee. You're going to kick with the left, press with the right, and see if you can get some air. Press the floor away. Think of drawing your shoulder blades down your back. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. And some days you get it, and some days you don't. If you nail it, squeeze your glutes at the top. Think of lengthening the space between the back of your rib cage and your pelvis. And when you've had enough, we'll all float it back to a plank pose. Shift forward, chaturanga. Listen carefully. You're going to come all the way to side plank. Inhale, right arm up. As you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, left arm up. You can stack or stagger the feet. Knees could be down. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, side plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, side plank. 1 more on each side. One more chaturanga just for funsies. And then press the floor away. Downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep the left knee up to, left leg up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, draw that knee in towards the chest. As you inhale, the left shin drops towards the floor. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, drop. Exhale, tuck it in. We've got 4 more. One more. Step it all the way through. Come up into a crescent lunge. Take an inhale. As you exhale, sweep the arms back. Power lunge. Inhale, come all the way to standing on that left leg. Engage the glute. As you exhale, power lunge. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, send it back. 4 more. You're going to come all the way to standing, and then we're going to hinge ourselves forward. Warrior 3. You can take your hands to your hips, draw that left hip back, right hip forward, lengthen evenly through both sides of your waist. Hands can be wherever is best for you. As you inhale, tap the right toes to the floor. Exhale, engage the back of the leg, pick it up. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, pick up. We'll do 4 more. Take an inhale in your warrior 3. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come into those handstand hops again. So it's that same action in the right leg. Use your finger pads as brakes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, give a little kick. See if you can find your balance. You can take as many kicks here as you want or as you need. And then one day you'll just find that you can catch the balance. And then some days it works, some days it doesn't. Some days you're on uneven ground. And some days it doesn't matter. And don't be afraid of moving. So I'm pressing into my whole hand alternately. So I shift forward a bit, back a bit, forward a bit, back a bit. It's not static. And when you're ready, you'll float up all the way back to plank pose. Don't worry, we're not coming back into the chaturanga push-ups, but we are going to come down onto the forearms. As you inhale, you're going to come to side plank on the left, sweep the right arm up. Inhale through center. As you exhale, right side, left arm up. Inhale through center. Exhale, left forearm plank. Inhale through center. Exhale, right forearm plank. Inhale through center. You take 2 more on each side. And then you're going to bring it all the way back to center. Lower the hips down. Untuck the toes, peel the chest forward for Sphinx pose. Opening up the upper back, opening up the shoulders. We're going to work our way towards headstand. We'll do a little bit of flow. We'll work our way towards pincha. And there'll be a few more opportunities for handstand, hopefully. One more breath here. Tuck under the toes, lift the knees, take an inhale, press into the hands. As you exhale, come into your forearm plank. And then from here, you're just going to lower your knees down. Make a little basket with your hands. Untuck your pinky fingers. Elbows are shoulder distance apart. Don't let them go really wide. Crown of your head comes towards the floor. So not your forehead, the crown of your head. Your hands act like a little basket. Start by tucking under your toes. Walk your feet as close towards your face as you can. Tuck one heel to the butt, then the other heel. Maybe this is where you stay. Do not kick up. If you cannot bring that heel to the butt without kicking, you are not ready. As you exhale, you're going to engage your glutes. Press your feet up towards the sky. You're actively pressing your forearms into the floor, creating space between your shoulders and your ears like you're trying to lift your head off the floor. So you want as little compression through your neck as you can. If you want to take leg variations here, as you inhale, you can tuck those knees into the chest. And then as you exhale, you can press them back up. You could also do splits here. You can do a bunch of things here. I'm just going to stick with tucks. Wherever you are, we're going to take 8 more breaths. Come down wherever you're ready. If you're ready to come down, you'll reverse it. So tuck your knees to your chest with control. Feet come down. Release the hands. Take a breath in child's pose. Let the hands come behind you. Take a nice deep inhale. And take a nice deep exhale. Let it go. One more. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through. Inhale, come into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, power lunge. Inhale, single leg stand. Exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale, come into your warrior 3. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tap the left knee behind the right. Inhale, warrior 3. We'll do 4 more of those. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, warrior 3. 3 more. Inhale into your warrior 3. Exhale, plant the hands. I'm going to give you a few breaths here. You could stay in your standing split. Otherwise, if you want to play with some more handstand hops or those little froggy hops that we did at the start of class, I'm going to give you about 5 more breaths here. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward dog. You can get there with or without a vinyasa. Inhale, sweep your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, power lunge. Inhale, come to stand on the left leg. Exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, bend it. Exhale, come into your warrior 3. As you inhale, you're going to tap the right knee behind the left, Shiva squat. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale to tap. Exhale, warrior 3. 3 more. Last one. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, hands find the floor. Once again, feel free to stay. Otherwise, headstand, handstand, hops. Take it where you want it. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward dog with or without a vinyasa. Take a nice deep inhale. Take a nice deep exhale. One more. Take a nice deep inhale. Take a nice deep exhale. We're going to work our way towards pincha. So you could take your headstand again if you wanted to. Otherwise, you could also take, there is a variation of headstand that looks like pincha, except your head is on the floor. I'm not going to teach it today, but you can Google it. Otherwise, forearms are parallel. I'm on very uneven ground, so we'll see. I'm probably going to fall over, but that's okay. Forearms are parallel. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Tuck under your toes. Walk yourself into dolphin. Absolutely feel free to hang out here. You could do your leg lifts. You could do your dolphin push-ups. Otherwise, once again, the more you can get your butt over your shoulders, the easier this will be. So I have short little limbs. Can't do it. If you're really flexible, it's going to make your life easier. Lift one leg. Same as handstand. There's a kicker and a pusher. Bottom leg pushes, top leg kicks. Press down into your hands. Try not to let your elbows come wide. Keep pressing the floor away. Lengthen your lower back, so tailbone away from the back of your ribs. When you're ready, come down, give it a little break. We're going to try it again, but we'll kick off with the other leg. So whenever you're ready, which you might not be, you can just totally hang out in child's pose. Otherwise, you'll set yourself up again, tuck under your toes, walk yourself forward, and now you'll switch the other leg. So this is probably not your favorite leg, and that's okay, but your bottom leg is the pusher, top leg is the kicker. Maybe you take a couple of hops, and maybe you don't get all the way up there, and that is okay. It's just a yoga pose. Keep pressing your hands down. Whenever you're ready, you'll slowly bring it down. Take a little child's pose. Let your hands wrap behind you. Take a nice deep inhale. And take a nice deep exhale. One more nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. We're going to take a baby crow. So if you're done, then you're done, and that's fine. Full disclosure, this does not look pretty when I do it because I'm too short to make it look good. But if you have nice long arms, then this is really fun to try. You're going to start as if you're setting yourself up for pincha, except you're going to try and bring the backs of your elbows, the backs of your legs to your upper arms. So the backs of your knees are on your upper arms, and then you press the floor away. So I look like I'm just doing a floating child's pose, but it's a fun one to try. Like I said, if you've got long limbs, it looks way prettier. And if you don't have long limbs, it's actually a lot harder than what it looks, because you want to try and press your arms away from your forearms and lift your feet up. And then once you've had a go at that, you're going to come down and release it. We're going to come into a tabletop position. You're going to turn your palms to face your knees. We're just going to stretch out the wrists a little bit. You could stay here. If you want to bring this up into a plank, I personally enjoy bringing it up into a plank, but if that's too much for you, then you stay in a you stay in a tabletop position. And then you're going to turn the wrists to face the sides of your mats, and you're just going to shift side to side. Once again, you can do this in plank or tabletop. I like to do it in plank because I like planks because I'm a nutcase. And then you're going to come back to your tabletop or your plank pose. Everybody's going to meet in a downward facing dog. Look towards the top of your mat. You'll step, walk, or float yourself through to a seat, and then come into Navasana boat pose. Legs can be straight or bent. As you inhale, without changing the rest of your body, you're just going to tap your right heel to the floor, and then exhale, draw it back in. You're going to feel your hip flexors here, and that's fine. Inhale, tap the left heel, and then exhale, draw it in. Inhale the right, exhale it in, inhale the left, exhale it in. We'll do 3 more on each side. Option to stay here. Otherwise, as you inhale, don't change your upper body. See if you can hover your heels above the floor, and then exhale, draw them back into your chest. Inhale, lengthen the legs. Exhale, bring them back in. We've got 8 more. Last one. And then curl yourself into a little ball. You're going to make your way all the way down onto your back. So scoot yourself to the front of your mat. Slowly roll yourself all the way down. We're going to take a little bridge pose just to stretch out those hip flexors, and then we're going to get back into the abs. So bring yourself into a bridge. Hands can be in whatever position you want them to be. You're going to take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to raise up onto the toes, ground down through the big toe. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, raise it up. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale it down. We're just going to do 3 more here. You're going to bring it down. Take a peek down. You're going to lift your right foot to a tabletop, but don't shorten the right side of your waist and don't drop that right hip. You could stay here. Otherwise, as you exhale, left heel lifts. Inhale it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale it down. We've got 6 more. Last one. And then you're going to bring it down. You're going to float the left leg up. Take a peek down. Make sure you haven't shifted through that pelvis. As you exhale, right heel lifts. Inhale it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale it down. 8 more. 6 more. Set it down, set the left foot down, take an inhale, lift a little higher, and then as you exhale, roll it all the way down. You're going to bring your legs up the wall, so legs straight up towards the sky, soles of the feet to the sky. You can crunch your upper body here, so you could slide your rib cage towards your pelvis. Head is heavy in your hands and your elbows are wide if you're here, or you can keep your head down on the mat. Wherever you are, you're going to take an inhale. You're going to lower your legs to your lowest point. So your lower back doesn't have to be jammed into the floor, but I don't want your lower ribs lifting away from the floor and the front of your chest just doming up. And then as you exhale, you'll bring it back to the top. Inhale, lower to your lowest point, draw the belly down. And then exhale, bring it back up. Relax your head. Oh my God, someone's playing trumpet on the street. Inhale, you're going to lower your legs. And then exhale, you're going to bring it up. I think there's actually a marching band because I can hear drums as well. This town never ceases to amaze me. Inhale, lower. And then exhale, bring it back up. We're going to do 3 more here. I kid you not, whatever you want to do, you can do in this town. It's like if you want to walk down the street in a big bird suit, you could totally do that and no one would even blink an eye. It's quite fun. You're going to lower the head down. You're going to keep your feet up towards the sky. Hands can come beside you to help you, or to make it more challenging, reach your hands above your head. As you exhale, you're going to try and lift your feet straight up to the sky. So try not to swing them towards your face. See if you can lift your hips as you exhale. Inhale, set it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, set it down. This is not a big movement. I want you to feel your lower abs working. We're going to do 6 more. One more. Final push for class. We're going to come into a hollow body hold. Low boat, whatever you want to call it. Extend your legs long. Curl your chest up. You can start by reaching your hands towards your feet. Make it harder. Reach your hands above your head. You can give yourself some neck support. We're here for 4 more breaths. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Take your arms out to a capital T. And then let your legs fall over to the left. That left ankle just acts as a little bit of an anchor. Yep, it's totally a marching band coming down my street. Oh my Lord. And then you're going to bring it back into center. You'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. My husband's dancing in the background. And then you're going to twist it over towards the right. He's dancing like he's at a rave. Oh, now he's trying to twerk. Twerk, male, twerk. I'm sorry. Yoga vibes. It's not very yoga vibe here. despite the fact that this is a huge hippie town and there's yoga everywhere. It's way too loud to be a yoga vibe. You're going to come back to center. You're going to draw your knees into your chest or reach for the outside edges of your feet, coming into a happy baby pose. Lower back is flat and wide on the mat. Draw your knees down towards your armpits. If you can't grab your feet, you can grab your ankles or the backs of your legs. And now is a good time to check in with your body. Is there any other movements, stretches, positions you need? If you do, feel free to pause the video and take them now. Otherwise, when you're ready, you're going to curl yourself up into a tiny little ball. Take a nice deep inhale. And then on your exhale, release it, Shavasana. Find a resting position that works for you. You could be in seated. You could be in traditional Shavasana. You could go to a wall with your legs up the wall. Wherever you are, just let yourself be heavy on the earth. Take a moment of gratitude for yourself and the marching band that is happening on the other side of that wall. Sounds like there's only 3 people. And take as much time here as what serves you. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you have joyous thoughts, kind words, and a calm heart. Namaste.